Patriots, time is running out. In less than a minute, we expose the truth on the conservative Viewpoint's emergency broadcast system. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Conservative Viewpoint. I'm your host, Charlie, the Country Conservative. We are coming to you live at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast on the second day of June, 2026. And we have a lot to go through tonight, guys. And frankly, some of it's going to make your blood boil. We are starting at New England, where a federal judge in New Hampshire just decided that proof of citizenship is apparently a suggestion rather than a requirement for voter registration. This activist on the bench ruled that it is unconstitutional to stop people from just signing a piece of paper claiming they're citizens when they don't even have the actual documents to prove it. But wait, there's more. There's still some sanity left in the judiciary. While New Hampshire deals with that, a federal judge just cleared the path for President Trump's executive order to tighten up on mail-in voting process. We've got one judge making up the laws as he goes, and the other one following it. It's a tale of two benches, folks, and it's time for this madness to change because we added a third activist judge now, when you'll see what it is coming up. And if you think that's wild, just look at what's happening in New York, a state that is literally crumbling before our eyes. Governor wants super speeders to have government-mandated speed controls installed right in their personal vehicles. Talking about the nanny states on steroids? Oh, yeah, it gets better. Meanwhile, in the city, we've got a councilwoman reportedly invoking a religious damnation on women for the crime of helping Jews. All while the state's reparation commission continues to spark chaos and division. They've even pushed their findings back to 2029 because they know how unpopular this radical agenda is with the American people. These are people that the Democrats are choosing to lead. It is pure mental instability, and we are exposing it all tonight. I'm glad you guys are here. So let's get into it. The Conservative Viewpoint starts right now. Hi, everyone, and welcome. I got to change stuff around here. I'm trying something weird tonight because I've got two different streams running right now. Now, I don't think I can do this, but I'm going to try it. It might screw something up, but we're going to see what happens here. One of them should not show me, but I think Streamlab will. But this Rumble one that I did won't because you can't run simultaneous casting with one camera. But when I looked at Facebook earlier, it was locking me out of Streamlab. Oh, yeah, I don't know what's going on again. Just like I had trouble with Rumble and it wouldn't work before. So I'm going to go over here to Facebook real quick and I'm going to see what's running over here right now. So let's see which one's running. If it doesn't show a picture of me, then I know it's the wrong one. All right, that's the wrong one. So it's showing both, but one of them doesn't have me and one of them does. So we'll see what happens with that. I don't know. It's crazy, guys. So, hey, welcome to the show, everyone. Got a lot going on. Just a few. I didn't pack the show tonight, and we're just going to go through them real quick and easy. And we'll see what happens. You got you on speaker so I can serve. All right, Lee. What up, Lee? So let's give some shout out. We got Lee over here in Rumble, and we got Texas John. What's going on, guys? And we got Shell over in Getter. I see Shell over there. Hi, Shell. So I can't see a lot going on here, guys, because it's just not working here. But we do have Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Trovo. We've got other ones coming on too, guys, but I can't see anybody. So if you're in Facebook or anybody that you can actually see me, go ahead and give me a shout out and say hi. Let me see if this one's froze. No, that one is on. It's showing public. But earlier when I tried to do it, it showed me on private. And it wasn't supposed to be marked private. So we're going to see what happens with that, see if it sticks around or not. I don't know. At Facebook earlier it was. It's what it says on there. I don't know what's going on, guys. But I'm glad to see you guys on here. Conrad, what's happening, Conrad? So I'm going to shut this one off on my screen. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, shit. I'll have to go back on there anyways. And I have to end that one, so I'm going to have to bring that one back up after I'm done here. So, yes, guys, it's crazy what stuff is going on. I'm telling you. Let me find it and bring it up real fast here again. So we can not have to worry about that later. I can end the stream because nobody's going to see me anyways. So I'm going to go in. Oh, I didn't look at that. I wanted to look at that and see real quick before I get busy with this. Is it showing lock? Yeah, it's showing lock. So I'm going to stop it right now. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to end it over there. Got it. End it. End it. And it's closed. All right, I ended that one out of the way. All right, guys. So we're going to get busy. Dottie. Hi, Dottie. What's happening? Welcome. I'm here on Getter. Hey, Charlie, everyone. What's happening? All right, guys. Let's get busy. We're going to talk a little bit here on what's going on. And let's go over here and check Rock Justice. Colin from Scotland. There he is, man. There's the man right there. Welcome, guys. We're going to start off with a lot of you guys will like this part. Trump drops an F-bomb on cherished ally. And y'all know who that was? That's right. It was Netanyahu. Oh, he did. He did. He dropped the F-bomb and some other choice words here. We're going to get into it right here because the two sources briefed on the call told Axios that the exchange grew heated. A U.S. official summarized Trump's words to Netanyahu as, quote, "You're fucking crazy. You'd be in prison if it weren't for me," according to Trump. "I'm saving your ass. Everybody hates you now. Everybody hates Israel because of this." Oh, yeah, that was the first part. I'm having a rough day. Then I broke my nail past the skin. Ouch, Dottie, that doesn't sound good. Cheer up. You got me now. So that'll make you happier. What do we got here? Oh, that was Trump. You deserve to know the truth. Do not open this until you are sitting down. It could be shocking. Hey, let's listen to what Trump had to say. He just texted me. We'll see what happens. There's Trump right there. I, President Trump, am almost halfway into my historic second term. America is dominating like never before. The fake news has done nothing but attack me since the start. I wish I could say I was shocked. Anybody else get the text from the president? Here we go. The thrilling part is that CNN, ABC News, and every radical station are fiddling their fingers as they read this. And by the time they make it to the end of this, they'll be crying. They'll all be crying themselves to sleep. I'm Donald Trump, and we're winners. Best believe I'm going to deliver many more successes for the American people. There is so much to do. Here it is. And guess what? They want you to donate money. Oh, yeah, I get those all the time. He's bleeding. Get a Band-Aid on that, Dottie. Radical right, what's happening, man? So, yeah, that doesn't end right there after he said that. A second source separately described Trump as pissed and said that the president at one point demanded Netanyahu directly, "What the fuck are you doing?" That was a second source that said he was doing that. The same source characterized Trump as having steamrolled Netanyahu throughout the call. But per the second official, Netanyahu's response during the exchange was, Bibi said, okay, just make sure everything is taken care of. Hi, Becky. Sounds like a spam. You right, Becky. That's exactly what it is. I wish President Trump would text me. I'd be freaking in heaven, boy. Woo! So, yes, guys, he was motherfucking Netanyahu today, and some of you guys will love that stuff. Thumb-sucking liberals. Oh, Rock, you heard that right. Hey, I got a good one since Rock brought that up. You know, prison is a perfect place for liberals. You want to see why? Take a look. Everyone is equal, free food and housing, no guns, universal health care, and same-sex relationships. Tell me that's not a perfect place for a liberal to be. That's where they all need to be set right there. Right there it is, a fact right there. I'm telling you, that is a perfect place for them. I found that online today, and I had to put that up there. That was freaking awesome. Free room aboard, right, Rock? They love that stuff. That's where they need to be. That is their home away from home right there. Hell yeah. Hey, we forgot we haven't talked about our missing or dead scientists, nuclear scientists, or anyone involved with the nuclear science of the United States. Well, remains of Melissa Cassius linked to missing scientist reports found 1 year later after disappearance. Oh, yeah. Not a good thing. Her remains, discovered in northern New Mexico, have been identified as Melissa Cassius, a Tahoe woman of Los Alamos National Laboratory employee who disappeared nearly a year ago, according to authorities and her family. Yes, investigators said a handgun was located near the remains. Authorities working with the New Mexico office of the medical investigator confirmed the remains were hers. The cause of manner of death have not been determined. The remains will undergo further anthropological examination by OMI, police said. In a statement posted by Melissa Mondragon Cassius' Facebook page, the family confirmed the identity and said they intend to continue to seek answers. Why would you not? I would want to know where and who killed my family member if that was the case. You wouldn't just let it go, right? Joe Public, what's happening, Joe? Oh, right here. What's your free room aboard? Right, Rock. This is where they all need to be. Free room aboard. They are thumb-sucking liberals. Let me tell you what. Every damn last one of them. Fact. Right there. All right, let's talk about some activist judges and one good one. You know what? Yeah, we're going to talk about both activist judges. This other activist judge came up after I got the show done this morning. So the first one, federal judge deals Democrat a stinging defeat on voter citizenship checks. Yes, your vote is supposed to mean something. It is most direct expression of citizenship this country offers. One person, one voice, one ballot. But the entire framework collapses the moment the system loses the ability to verify who is actually casting those ballots. And let's be honest, the machinery that's supposed to guarantee election integrity has been getting hollowed out for years, one reform at a time. A federal judge on Thursday cleared the way for President Trump to implement his executive order tightening mail-in voting, slapping down Democrats' argument for now that federal efforts to police voter rolls with citizenship checks was illegal. So U.S. District Judge Carl Nicholas, a Trump-appointed jurist, ruled that the Democrats failed to show that they have standing at present to challenge the order or have suffered any harm that would warrant a preliminary injunction. Another waste of taxpayer money by the Democrats because that's all it is for them a way to cheat. So what do when that doesn't work? They find their paid off judges. So this activist judge, Obama judge, blocks DOJ's effort to remove 8647 flag near the National Mall. So this judge has temporarily blocked displaying a flag that says 8647 and said it does not rise to the level of a threat against President Donald Trump and instead protected political speech under the First Amendment. This judge needs put in prison because that is in fact a threat to President Trump's life, and it is not protected under free speech. A threat is not protected under the First Amendment. This judge needs put in prison. He's deciding to change the law and not uphold the law. They are not there to change laws. They are up there to read the law the way it is. And the fact, this guy's not doing that. And I don't even know if they mentioned it. Yeah, this U.S. District Judge Randolph Moss, an Obama appointee, issued a 2-week temporary restraining order preventing the National Park Service from revoking the group's permit over this display. So let me know when it is, and I'm going to go and rip that flag right out of their hands. Or wherever it's at, I'm going to rip it down. That is protected under free speech. That is not under a threat. The fact, this is pathetic. These judges need gone. I'm telling you what. That's not the only one. But this was a good one. Federal judge overturns New Hampshire's proof. Oh, no, this is not a good one. Proof of citizenship voter registration law. This was signed into law in 2024. Says it's unconstitutional to make these people show ID to vote. It says it, and it's perfect Democrat-run playbook stuff right here. Because he said the same words. And it says it disenfranchises people. I don't freaking remember where I saw it. But it actually said that people can't necessarily afford to take hours and hours and make up multiple trips to go register to vote. Really? It takes that long, does it? This is what the judge said. When that's one of our country's most fundamental rights anyway, he said. And the law just made it harder for them. How the hell does it make it harder? Scallon said it might be a New Hampshire case that ultimately gets there, but he believes that the issue of proof of citizenship registration will eventually reach the Supreme Court. Well, hell yes, it's going to reach the Supreme Court because the Secretary of State, David Scallon, was saying this stuff. But which, in fact, how does it make it harder? How does it disenfranchise anyone? These people are saying, along with the rest of the Democrats, you don't know how to register to vote. You're stupid. Oh, yeah. Black people, white people, it don't matter. Red people, purple people, the pink and green and white, yellow people. It don't matter. They're calling you stupid. It doesn't take hours. You can go right in there and register to vote. Not off work hours, actually. And they have to give you time off to vote. If you're working out during election time, your business has to give you the right. They have to give you time off to go vote. So don't get it screwed up. They have to do it. If you knew your states, let me know, because they have to do it. It's a law. Remove them by any means, anyhow. Right, Dottie. We have voter ID in Texas for years. Right, Red. Hi, Red. And you snuck in there on me, girl. Big purple people in her. That's right, Joe. Repeal the 14th. Rock got that right. Many patriots are going to California to vote without ID. Oh, there you go. Interpret and explain the law. That's the Supreme Court. Thank you, Rock. I couldn't remember how it was stated, but that's it right there. They interpret and explain the law. They don't change the law. They don't make up the law. And that's the Supreme Court Justice's duty right there. Thank you for that, Rock. The left is actually throttling people to comment too much if they don't agree with your comments. Oh, you got that right. That's a fact there, Rock. That is a fact. All right. But yes, these are our activist judges still playing games, thinking they're God Almighty, can sit up in there in that black robe and diddle themselves and make up laws as they go. And this is what happens right here because they're paid off by the Democrat Party. Fact. There ain't no lie about that. What else we got? We got the DOJ. This just came in not long ago. Charges a foreign national working at the NIH. We all know what the NIH, right? Dr. Fauci, Mr. Science himself, was smuggling monkeypox into the U.S. and lying about it. Oh, yeah, I didn't get to read this article yet, but I wanted to see where this person was from. But the Justice Department announced Tuesday that 2 foreign researchers with an NIH have been charged with conspiracy to smuggle monkeypox into the United States and give false statements to federal law enforcement. The department accused 53-year-old Vincent Munster, a citizen of Netherlands, and 38-year-old Claude Q, a citizen of Cameroon, of allegedly lying to Customs and Border Protection agent officials at the airport in Detroit about the contents of a large black plastic case they carried with them from a trip to Republic of Congo in January, where an outbreak of monkeypox was occurring. They should be charged with terrorism. But subsequent investigation by CBP and FBI revealed it contained 113 vials in styrofoam coolers. The FBI had tested 20 of the vials so far, and 17 have contained deactivated monkeypox virus. Holy shit. Tell me that was not chemical warfare coming at us real quick right there. So this is the stuff we're seeing, guys, play out right in front of our eyes. Oh, yeah. Bubby, hey, what's up? Bubby, what's happening? Bubby's in the house, too. Gregory Allen Cards Jr., the truck driver extraordinaire, right there, just pulled in to Rumble. Over there, if you guys haven't seen his podcast, he puts on a good show when he gets the time to do it. He's been busy, man, I'm telling you. Shell, I love your alien. I gotta tell you, she's got an alien as her icon. I love it. That's great. Awesome. Cat, hi, Cat. Monkeypox. So what they doing with the monkeys? Exactly. Keep the pox over there and let us keep the monkeys. Texas John. Did I say hi to Texas John? I think I did. Yes, I did earlier. All righty then. So we got monkeypox running around the U.S. because of these people. So let's hope they all found every vial that they had and that they brought over here. That would be nice, right? All right, guys. Remember, today was election night. Election night in California and other places. But a famed pollster rips failed state of California's week-long vote counts. Example of learned helplessness. They said even though the election is going on right now, it's going to take at least 2 weeks, and it always happens in California, to count the votes and to get a total tally going on there. Tell me that's not fixed. Tell me that is not a fixed thing here. He said this liberal pollster, Nate Silver, slammed the Golden State and vote counting procedures on Monday and said waiting weeks for an election result should not be tolerated in the United States. He said the founder of the polling website 538 posted several messages on X late Monday night comparing California to a third world nation for dragging out the electoral process. The fact that California's elections often can't be resolved for weeks is kind of insane, right? And not common in other electoral systems around the world. Silver wrote this, later calling it incompetence and an example of learned helplessness. Silver wrote that it shouldn't take several weeks to know who is the victor, adding that this kind of system should be more stigmatized. Oh, yeah. He also compared California to a failed state for not doing anything to improve the situation. Because California voters are going to the polls today, and in a jungle primary, meaning the top two vote getters advance to the general election in November, regardless of where the hell to go, of party affiliation. They could be two Republicans go, or it could be two Democrats can go. It doesn't have to be 1 and 1. So we'll see what happens. Well, if Thune would do his fucking job, we wouldn't have this crap going on. No kidding, Cat. Fact. Fraud. Exactly, Rock. It is fraud. Beyond fraud. I've been ground and pounding to win this fight, and I just won this morning. That's right, Gregory did win this morning with his truck deal. Oh, yeah, it's been a pain in the ass for him. All right, let's move on to the next one here. What do we got? Oh, we got this worthless Graham Planter back in the news today, guys. Oh, yeah, he trots out wife to deal with his extramarital sexting scandal, giving some Democrats the ick. That was the title from the Blaze Media. I'm telling you, that was it. Graham Planter, the presumptive Democrat nominee, hoping the Nazi himself, and he doesn't deny it, hoping to unseat Susan Collins of Maine, has recently in months polled relatively well and enjoying the support of fellow travelers in D.C., despite a series of scandals, including scandals that prompted multiple members of his campaign to jump ship. Planter has managed, for instance, to maintain the support of Democrat Seth Moulton of Massachusetts, Ro Khan of California, surprise there, worthless slugs, Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas herself, and Ruben Gallego of Arizona, all worthless pieces of garbage. Even after it was revealed he previously identified as a communist, branded royal white Americans as racist, suggested that service members worried about being raped should buy Kevlar underwear, smeared all police officers as bastards, mocked Jesus and the Virgin Mary, adorned himself with apparent Nazi symbol, and reminiscent of a skull image popularized by Adolf Hitler himself. Oh yeah, this is what this piece of shit does, right? So now, Planter's wife attempts damage control over the creepy sex scandal. Embattled Democrat candidate and his wife dispatched his wife to do damage control over the discovery of the Senate hopeful's exchange with sexually explicit text messages with as many as a dozen women posed shirtless on a platform notorious for enabling sex predators. So, this was after they got married. They've only been married 2 years, folks. Believe it or not. Oh, yeah. Wait. I've got you her video right here that you're going to watch. Hold on. Let me get the share screen up. You're going to watch and see what she has to say. Take a listen.
I wanted to make a statement today and... Oh, sorry. I'm getting eaten by bugs. I wanted to make a statement today in response to a couple of news articles that are out there about my marriage to Graham. If anybody knows me and Graham personally, you know that we got married in 2023. We live in Sullivan. We've got 2 dogs, and we love each other deeply. So it makes me really angry, disappointed, and I find it really shameful that there's a group of media outlets and people who are willing to spread gossip instead of talking about real issues that Graham is running on, like healthcare and education and childcare. I'm walking up and down my road right now, and this is like my 20th take. This is very hard to do, but I just really wanted to make sure that everyone knows that Graham and I have a great marriage. Being married is hard. Being newly married is hard. Being newly married and going through infertility is hard. Being newly married, going through infertility, and a Senate campaign is hard. I don't even know if I have the right words to describe what we've been going through, but our marriage counselor helps. My personal counselor helps. Graham's personal counselor helps. And we work on our mental health every day. No marriage is perfect, and I don't want a perfect marriage. I want my marriage, and I want to be married to Graham. Sorry, black flies. I knew the man that I married is wonderful and dynamic and probably a genius. I knew the man that I married had been through an immense amount of violent, active combat. And he's been in therapy for years. I admire the fuck out of him. So when there are news articles about our marriage, it's just extra shitty. Can I say that online? I hope I can. It's extra shitty because people in Maine want affordable gas. They want to be able to see their doctor when they're sick. They want to be able to send their kids to a nice school, a nice daycare facility, and raise families the way that they want to. So I think I'm feeling angry today. And I don't normally make public statements, but it's really important for me to tell all of you out there, especially people who are voting in Maine, that I think it's shameful behavior to spend time and energy and resources on negative ads and negative stories on Graham when all he's trying to do is improve the lives of people who work for a living. And that's it. He doesn't have any other agenda, which is what I think people are trying to dig up. And this is a long video, so I hope my editing team...
Okay, that is just pathetic. Tell me that doesn't sound like an abused woman talking right there. The abused women's syndrome, where they always, everything's fine. My marriage is great. He's not mean. No, it was my fault. That is the kind of stuff I get when I watch this video. They've only been married 2 freaking years. 2. And she's condoning him, peddling himself, pounding his stuff to some other women, dozens of women. It was not like once. It was dozens of women. And she's protecting his dumb ass, his commie Nazi ass. Tell me that is not an abused woman syndrome right there. You know the ones, and I dealt with them a lot when I was running the ambulance and stuff, where, don't hurt him. But they're covered with blood, bruises all over their faces and stuff. He beat the hell out of her, but don't hurt him. I love him. You guys know what I'm talking about. This is so pathetic. It's unreal. Right, Gregory? This is what you see. This guy should be in prison right now and letting Big Bubba handle him. This guy should not be running for a government. This is what you get with Democrats, guys. This is what you get. This guy's supposed to be a soldier, a mental, just gone soldier. Nah, Nazi ass jerking off. Exactly, Kat. This is a pathetic thing. She is in denial. She should not be. She sure the hell shouldn't be wanting a kid with this pedophile. Holy shit, guys. There's so much wrong with this. It's unreal. Let me get this off my screen real quick. All right. And guess what? perfect example of what you get from Democrats about this dude. Bernie Sanders is still backing this sumbitch socialist planner. After the woman scandal explodes, he is still backing this piece of shit. Oh yeah, listen to this. Wait a second. Bernie Sanders indicated that he is not backing down from his endorsement of this idiot, despite reports that Democrats exchanged sexual texts with several women after marrying his wife 2 years ago. Planner's campaign confirmed the text exchanges to Politico Bullshitico, following a report from Wall Street Journal that claimed his wife, Amy Gertner, just showed you, told a campaign aide about the text after he launched his Senate bid as they began looking into potential political liabilities. Gertner discovered the messages months after the couple married in 2024, the Journal reported. So as soon as she found these messages, she should have left his ass and got an annulment as quick as possible. But what did I say about the abused woman syndrome? This is what happens right here. This is exactly what happens. They don't think they can live without him. He's fine, perfect, you know. And you heard what she said. How she said? I fucking love him or something. What did she say? Admire him or something like that? Holy shit. That you heard it for yourselves, guys. Mary Ann just got in over there. The lovely Mary Ann is right there. Hi, Mary Ann. All right, but you heard it, guys. You heard it yourself. That is so sad. It's actually sad to see somebody act that is like that. And she's not a bad-looking woman. He's an ugly sumbitch. And who the hell want to see him with his shirt off? Holy shit. I'm in better shape than that ugly bastard. And I wouldn't want people to see me with my shirt off too much. You heard this? You heard say, well, wait a that? No. Okay. Anyways, that's so sad. It is really a sad, pathetic thing to see, guys. It is. What do I got here? Oh, it's coming up. Here we got Bucktooth Hochul is now forcing drivers to install a device in their cars or risk losing their registration. Yes, they are going after super speeders. Da-da-da! Oh, yeah, I'm not lying to you guys. Democratic Governor Kathy Hochul legislation will allow the pilot program to target so-called super speeders in New York City, with the potential to expand into other parts of the state. Drivers with, get this, drivers with 16 or more speeding violations in a 1-year period. What? 16 in 1 year. I got one speeding ticket in my whole life, and the one speeding ticket I got, they threatened to take my license. Put 4 or 5 points on my license, and it's like, here in Pennsylvania, 6 or 7, and they take your license for like 30 days or something. Oh, yeah, one. They're talking about 16 in 1 year. It said in 1 year period, qualify for this designation and must install an intelligent speed assistant device in their vehicle through this program. The violations that can cause this come from school zone cameras, red light cameras, according to the outlet. Holy shit. This device must be installed within 45 days of notification, and if it is not, the vehicle registration will be revoked. Hochul said that. Can you talk about socialism at its best right here? This is what the Democrats do. Holy shit. 16 speeding tickets, take their freaking license. If somebody's in that much of a hurry and gets 16 in 1 year, has anyone out here ever gotten that many speeding tickets in a year? Be honest, guys. We're not going to tell everybody. It's a secret. Don't tell nobody. You are cracking me. Mary Ann. Anybody in chat? Come on, tell me, guys. Me too. I got one, and I was only doing 10 mile an hour over. I got one, Cat, and I went to court about it because I was a state constable then. I was serving warrants and arresting people. And the cops, we got into that, and the cops said, well, go ahead. He said, fight it in court. That son of a bitch came in everything he had to me. And I got that. And plus, I didn't notice they called my car on a color green, and my car was teal blue. The car in front of me was green. I could have won that case if I would have read my ticket better, but I did not. So they hit me with, like I said, 4 or 5 points, something like that. It was close to being over. If I'd have got one more, they'd have taken my license from me. But I'm telling you, this is what happened. I think mine was 15 years ago. So she got one 15 year, not since 99. Mine was close to then, Dottie. So, see what I'm talking about? 16 to 1 years, they should have taken their license. So that is their fault. They're dumbasses anyways in New York. But we're not done with New York yet, folks. We got a Muslim councilwoman, shocks NYC, publicly calls for Allah to send women to hell for helping Jews. I'm not lying, guys. This is a fact here. This is New York at its finest, folks. A prominent Christian pastor expresses that the Bible, am I starting off right? Yes, I am. Bible's takeaway on sexuality still holds forth. He or she will be roundly condemned frequently and great lengths for the rest of his public career. What that has to do with this, I don't know, but we're going to continue on. 2. A prominent Muslim politician says she hopes Allah condemns 2 other Muslims to hell to protest the fact that people aren't for Zohan Madami and against Jews. No one but the conservative media will cover it, and no one will remember a week from now when she invariably does something worse. Oh, this is this dumb bitch talking. Shahana Hanif. Yeah, there's a Hanif. You got a sniff or something? I don't know. A socialist Democrat, New York City councilwoman who has a history of anti-Jewish remarks took issue with 2 Muslims who helped organize a pro-Israel protest outside Gracie's mansion, where Mayor McDummy resides. May Allah condemn you to Jahannam, whatever the hell that says. She said in a response referencing Islam version of hell. That must be the Jannah. Shalom Alaikum dolls. I don't know. What the hell? But this is perfect Democrat, socialist, jihadist Muslim at its finest right here, folks. It just never ends. Never with these people. Wait, we're not done with New York. Oh, yeah. I'm getting more stuff. Anybody seeing any tallies on New York, on California? I doubt it. Breaking news. Here we go. Let me see. Trauma surgeon who testified. Nope. That's not it. Trump endorsed Hinson, secures Iowa GOP Senate nomination. That's one. Uh-oh. Democrat picked nominee to take on vulnerable GOP congressman. I don't know where that one's at. Polls close in Iowa. We got that one. Progressive who wants to abolish ICE advances to New Jersey House primary. Holy shit. Oh no. McElver, that dumb bitch in Democratic nomination for New Jersey 10th district. Oh my God. She secures that Democrat seat. Guys, you better watch it. I'm telling you. This is not going the way we think it's going to go. It's going to be a fight here. I'm telling you. Man, I got a lot of stuff here. Where's this one at? Let me find out where this one was at. This is another Democrat or what? Voters head to the polls across California, Iowa beyond the pivotal primary day. I'm not going to read all that. I just want to know the governors for that. Dumbest fucking stand. There you go, Donnie. I like that one. Their religion promotes lies to the infidel. Exactly, Rock. They don't care about anyone else except if you're Muslim. If you're not Muslim, they don't care about you. They will kill you in a blink of an eye, folks. That's why I tell you, keep your eyes on these people. Back to New York, shall we? Chaos erupts at New York reparations hearing as foundational Black Americans clash with the left-leaning groups. Yes, this is another example of their dumbass bullshit, telling these people that they deserve reparations for something that no one had control over 200 years ago. And they think they deserve it. They started it over in California and Chicago, and they made the people think, well, we could get millions of dollars for this because our ancestors somewhere down the road and their 14,000th cousin maybe have had a slave or two or something, and we deserve the money. Really? Alrighty then. But what they're pissed about is here, and then what the feud was over is because people brought up about everybody that was considered slaves back in those days. White men, Chinese men, indigenous people, everyone who were slaves back in those days. And everyone was slaves. It was not only black people that were slaves. Sorry, they're not falling for that, because they said that if you bring up people like that, it is going to hurt our case. There is no case here. Nobody in today's society needs to pay for something that happened 200 freaking plus years ago that we had no control over. I'm so sick and tired of hearing that low IQ. That's a fact. I don't know if you can get any lower IQ there, Rock. But these people want to sit there and think that we owe them something for something that happened that long ago. Sorry, I don't owe you a fucking dime. I don't give a shit what you say. Nobody owes anyone anything that happened. And it wasn't just one skin color that was affected back in those days. Everyone was slaves back in those days. Oh, yeah, Lee was over in Facebook or somewhere. Where was Lee? Oh, no, Lee was over here. But what did he say? He's got me on speakerphone. So he's surfing the web at the same time right there. Muslims prefer whites. They moved to Africa when crackers invented the rifle. That's funny right there. I like that. All right, let's move on. We've got a couple more here. Hey, we got Joy Behar in the news again. Remember me talking to you, when was this? Is only Tuesday, so it was last week, about Trump RX. And she went on her show and said, we're all going to die because Trump's name's on Trump's RX prescription. Oh, yeah. You remember that? Now, I'm going to let you hear tonight exactly what went on that day on the View with Joe Blowhard. Oh, yeah. And that Sonny Haskell, whatever her damn dumbass name is. But there's actually somebody on here that actually sticks up for all this. Take a listen to yourself.
I like Mark Cuban. I've always liked him, but this is a mistake. And once Trump puts his name on prescriptions, we're all going to die. Okay?
Yeah.
There,
the drugs
Mark.
don't actually have his name. They're existing drugs.
Whatever. If he's involved with it.
No, I literally. A medication that I had to take for IVF is 1/10 of the price on Trump RX. I don't. Whatever. It's tacky that his name is on it. Mark Cuban has dedicated his life to bringing down prescription drug costs. The average family, 1/3 of Americans, cut back on essential foods and utilities to be able to cover their prescription drug costs. You're not going to convince me that just because Trump's involved, we should be like, screw it, don't bring down prescription drug costs.
If he's going to make a profit out of it, don't take it.
What this does is it helps
Sarah, he is not a well-intentioned person. He is not doing this out of the goodness of his heart.
We're the wealthiest country and we pay the most for drugs. The people that are literally suffering illnesses and cannot pay for their medicine, I can't think of a sicker business model. Bring down the prices, and if you're going to get results on this, call it Donald Trump medicine. I don't care what you call it.
You heard that right there, guys. They are the most pathetic, and where Rock said it right, toxic females I've ever seen. Coach, that was on Twitch, okay. Sean just told me on Getter that Newsom is blocking any inspectors from voting machines right there. This is what we got right there. That is a fact. This is so pathetic. It's unreal. Yeah, you know what, Marianne? I would not put it past them for a fact, but At least that one did stand up for it, but Joy Blowhard, I cannot stand her.
I like Mark Cuban. I've always liked
whatsoever. Get off of my screen, you dumb bitch. I hit the wrong one. So, yes, this is what we're all going to die because Trump's name is on this RX deal. Only because of the fact that he's reduced prices on there, and they can't handle the fact that Trump is actually helping people. And that other dumb bitch, that black girl, whatever her name is, oh my God, I can't stand any of them. I want to throw up every time I see anything deal with them. But when that video came up, I had to do it. Now I'm going to show you because the authorities have discovered another sophisticated tunnel linking Mexico to the United States. I want you to take a look at this tunnel and see these people will do anything possible. And this is not the first one to get drugs into our country. Take a look at this.
Well, shocking new video shows a cross-border tunnel in Tijuana that likely connects all the way to a well-known street in San Diego. This tunnel is about 870 feet long, 21 feet deep, and has operational infrastructure, including lighting and ventilation. Mexican authorities found the tunnel while they were carrying out a search at a residence looking for firearms and explosives. Officials say that the property may have been used as a storage, logistics, and trafficking center for weapons, explosives, and other substances. DHS says it will conduct an investigation.
You see that guy? Did you see that little cart that dude's riding? Talk about it. I would like to be riding in that little cart down that hallway, but that is a nice tunnel right there. It stretches like, what they say? Let me find it here. 869 feet long, and 21 foot deep. Now that is a hell of a thing right there. I'm telling you what. They showed some other pictures on here, some still pictures on here. But that one, I had to get it with that guy riding that cart along there. That is a hell of a setup right there, I'm telling you. Oops,
well, shocking new video.
Off of there again. I keep hitting it's hard to delete these things off of here. But did you guys see that earlier? Here, me and Rock were talking about liberals, and they belong in prisons. For those of you just coming in, I'm going to show you again. Prison is the perfect place for a liberal, and it shows you why on this shirt. Take a look. Tell me that's not right, guys, right there. Isn't that a perfect place for a liberal right there? Everyone's equal there, right? Free food and housing, no guns, universal health care, same-sex relationship. You can buy whatever you want in the commissary as long as you got money on your books. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a sweet gig right there. TVs. You can buy TVs. Oh, let me delete that off of there. You can buy guitars. You can buy keyboards. You can play with Xboxes now. Oh, yeah, they weren't there when I was there, but my nephew told me, oh, yeah, you get all that stuff. Oh, yeah, you can do whatever you want. Color TVs. Oh, yeah, no problem. This is what they do in prison. You got the best law libraries in the world right there. Every new copy they give you a book and stick to tell you how to sue us when I was still working there. Oh, yeah, give us stuff. Oh, if they do this to you, go ahead and sue them. It's okay because we're telling you how to do it. I'm not lying to you guys. That is a fact. They actually did that and give them and tell them how they can sue anyone in the Department of Corrections from doing their job and babysitting these idiots. That's what they tell them. This is the kind of stuff that they get away with in there. I'm not lying. Where the hell is my thing? Why isn't it not moving? But I can't see me on my screen. I might have the wrong one up. Who knows? But I can see people in here. So, but guys, I want to thank you for joining me tonight, guys. Remember, I will not be on tomorrow night, but I will be back on Thursday as long as sex changes. Yeah, we better not be giving them rock. Oh, hell no. That's just nasty right there. The Olympics are banning Transformers, DNA testing, all of them. Great job, Rock. I love hearing that. They are dumb bitches, Marianne. I'm telling you. But I will not be here tomorrow night, guys. Thursday will be my last night for the week again. Like I said, if you were not here, if Vic goes live tomorrow at 7 or live at all, I'll still be on probably at 7 p.m., guys. Remember that for Throwback Thursday. If she goes on, there's nothing I can do. I ask her to contact me when she decides to go live. If she doesn't, then I don't know. So I've got too much going on my plate right now. So I'm going to do what I can do until I can't do it anymore. And you guys will find out tomorrow night. So thank you again, guys. And I'm going to leave you with this because that's all the time we have for tonight. But the fight is just beginning. We've exposed the activist judges. We've called out the crumbling chaos in New York. And we've shown you exactly what these mental cases cannot be allowed to steer the ship into the rocks, guys. The Democrat, New York is going down with the ship, guys. I'm telling you. I want to thank every single one of you for being here tonight. You are the reason why I'm doing this right now. The silent majority is silent no more. Thank you for tuning in, for staying informed, and for having the courage to look the truth while the rest of the world looks away. Now listen up. I'm taking a quick break to recharge the batteries, so I will not be back tomorrow night. But you better mark your calendars and right now because I will be back this Thursday for a massive Throwback Thursday edition of the Conservative Viewpoint. We are taking a trip to the past to see exactly how we got into this mess in the first place and reminding ourselves of what this country should look like. You do not want to miss the trip down memory lane, guys. It's going to be eye-opening. Have a great night, Patriots. Keep your heads held high. Keep your eyes open. And I'll see you right back here on Thursday night. Good night, everyone.